not natural. That's why.
Recording now.
Dude, I
So,
hate
gang.
gay people.
I'm gonna roll to see who's gonna recap us. It's gonna be a D2, and it's not gonna be Austin. Zach. What happened last time?
Last time, we went to an abandoned village, fought off some demons, and ghouls. Then we went back to Sunrise and watched the people squabble about how much they love us. And then joined the Devout Pact.
That didn't happen. 3 guys who were in charge liked you.
And then we just stopped by Gegladier and be like, hey, you want to deliver this message? They're like, gotcha. And then we...
And then they were like, hey, where's the message? And they're like, oh, we don't have it yet. Yeah. It's gonna be a thing, though. I promise.
Grim's giving us the aggressively short Cliff Notes version.
That's all I'm good for. You should have seen my book reports.
Then after Gegladier, we had a major story event occur.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what that one was, Zach?
Yeah, do you remember what it is, Zach?
No, I don't.
It's probably the most major thing that happened this session.
Yeah, roll 20 of psychic damage.
Okay, so Erasmus had his Parade of the Dead. Erasmus had his okay-ish Parade of the Dead.
Ryochi did roll 5 D100s for some reason.
Doesn't matter, I'm dead.
Yes. The Church of Vecna revealed themselves, coming out of hiding, and hopefully attracting a ton of new worshippers and pilgrims.
And no issues whatsoever.
I
can't wait to use your new followers as a reason to discriminate against your cult.
They're gonna get angry.
Yeah, this is why I'm gonna have to eventually set up the rules, and I will need to write a message and see if I can locate the cell of what was that religion called again? I forget.
There were Kebrasites nearby, or there was a Kebrasite who was exploring nearby that was discovered.
Yes, I need to locate the cell nearby and try to see if I can talk them down from annihilating my church.
The party then, after their meeting and returning and the death parade in Bellwall, there's a lot of people that reacted with pride flags to that, including myself, who reacted with pride flags to the event.
We've been over the reason.
The party now gathers up on their airship and has only one more stop before home. The plan was to visit the Oracle in Beckinsale, as well as, perhaps, if Grim has the nerve for it, speak to Sol Siobhan. If he doesn't, that's also fine.
Alright, let's warp.
You okay? You may spend your force point.
I auto succeed the check. It's such a short distance.
It's... yeah. Okay, there is a flash, and you arrive in...
Beckinsale.
Drop that peepo on the map. Where is she? There she is.
You should commission an undead peepo.
I would never taint her in such a way. I was gonna get one where she was holding a gun.
Erasmus would taint her.
Don't you touch peepo.
I don't even know who the fuck my character would even know who the heck she is. Why would I try to resurrect a fairy, right?
She's a pixie, yeah.
A pixie.
A pixie actually might be a decent undead servant. Not like physically, but you could use Consume Undead to get some cool Fey abilities for a short period.
Start a pixie farm.
Alright. After a short teleport in, the party parks the airship near the city of Beckinsale.
Alright, let's head in.
A small procession obviously meets you as you park the ship, sort of just waving and greeting you. But when they realize it's just you visiting and not really anything super impressive or important, they all just kind of go back to what they were doing. I mean, the airship just teleported out of nowhere and landed. They assumed it was something super serious.
Oh, yeah. They haven't seen it yet.
All right. Would we like to go see Sol Siobhan first, or would we like to go to the Oracle's house?
We can go to Soul Siobhan first.
Alright. I pat Zach on the back and send him away.
All right. Conveniently. As you walk through town, you see there is a crowd gathering in town. Not for you. Of course not for you. With Sol Siobhan and Gleason Glum sort of at the head of the crowd. They are all standing and gathered around the dilapidated house where the Oracle stays.
Oh, no.
Oh, I guess I wouldn't bar with you then.
You send him off, and he's like, "Oh, she's right there where the other people are going."
Well, let's approach. What happened?
Right.
Oh, fuck.
You good? He's dead. Even more than he already sounded.
I just slammed my fucking funny bone into my drawer next to me.
I feel that.
I would offer to get something far away.
Alright. You don't need a couple hours. I'll wait.
You're waiting a couple hours?
Yeah. See you
So-
soon.
For what?
For me to drive up there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a goof. I see. I thought it was something in the game.
No.
Okay, gang.
Alright, let's approach and see what's up.
So, as you gather outside, or as you guys sort of walk up and sort of get to the back of the crowd, there is a hushed murmur about the town. I guess we don't even need a map for this because there's going to be no combat or anything to explore. I just deleted the map. But Sol Siobhan and Gleesum are talking as the crowd is sort of gathered maybe 30, 40 feet away.
I push my way through the crowd to get up front.
Alright. You push your way through the crowd and sort of emerge from it. Sol Siobhan gives you a nod and Gleesum sort of waves you over. You guys...
What seems to have happened to you? You said the building is dilapidated, or is it like
Oh,
burned down?
the building was already dilapidated when you visited it the first time. He doesn't.
Okay.
The Oracle doesn't really seem to clean it. But as you approach, Sol Siobhan turns to you and says, "Well, hello. It's nice to see you here. You've come at a very interesting time."
Hi, we were returning from a trip around the region, and we're stopping by to see the Oracle.
Well, quite a few people here also had that idea, but the Oracle is isolated himself for the past week or so. He hasn't been coming out. No one's seen him.
And I want to kind of glance towards the building and detect for life.
You feel... make a use force check. You stretch out with your feelings. There is life all around you, As well, there is life in the building, although there's no major senses. Of course, you don't get the specific ability, but there's definitely things that are alive in the house. You can't really pin down anything major. There's also a intense feeling of fear that sort of permeates the general area. Like an intense and short-lived fear.
Are there like human feelings in there, or the like more plant slash animal emotions? I'm feeling.
The feeling of fear is sort of overcoming most of everything else. There is inside the house and around it. There's an intense and short and intense feeling of fear, and then there's nothing else after that.
I look back to Siobhan. Well, I believe he's still alive in there, but there's an intense feeling of fear and paranoia permeating the building.
Solshavan says, usually the Oracle gets very angry when he's disturbed. If he's alive, as everyone says he is, well, he's got plenty of food in there. Even if he didn't leave his house for a week or two, he would have plenty of food inside. He certainly wouldn't starve or die of dehydration. I'm not even certain how long it would take a mothfolk to starve. He says, and usually he would call out if he was injured. He's not that antisocial. So we've left him be. But now everyone in the town is getting worried. People are going to see him. All the windows are closed and the curtains are drawn and all the doors are locked. Some of the town people are getting worried, and that's why we're gathered here. She sort of motions over to the rest of the crew that's with you, Basilius. She says, and you've all met the Oracle before, correct?
Yes, he's told us all our fortunes. Some true, some not.
He says, she shrugs and says, perhaps he'd be more interested in seeing familiar faces, but I can't imagine anyone more familiar than all of us. She sort of motions at herself and the rest of the townsfolk. People pop in to see the Oracle every day. Simple things. Betting. Some people come in for gambling advice, or just to ask about their future family life, or if a child is born. Sometimes the future of the child can be determined or divined.
I can certainly try and speak to him.
She says, you're welcome to. I haven't thought it that necessary. He doesn't seem... there's no signs of any forced entry or anything... or any reason to believe that he's hurt.
Alright. I'm gonna kind of turn away from Siobhan and walk up to the door.
Alright, what about everyone else? Rasmus, Zach, what are you guys doing?
How far are people gathered away from the building?
40, 50 feet. They're not, like, gathered up at the walls.
Okay.
Clearly, Solshavan and Gleeson have basically moved them away from the area, but people are still clearly gathered up and anxious about what's going on.
Sure, our friend wouldn't mind if we dispersed the crowd.
Gleeson says, oh, they're not hurting anybody. They're just worried, same as us.
Alright, if you don't see any harm in it. He didn't strike me as the type that favored crowds, though.
He, Gleeson shrugs. He's not really a people person, but he's an antisocial.
Alright.
Alright. Azriel, Grim, do you guys want to walk up with Basilius as well?
I'll approach with him, but not all the way up to the door unless I'm invited in.
Alright. You guys sort of walk up, Basilius, as you can see. Curtains are drawn, windows are shut and locked. You try the front door handle, it's also locked.
Well, before that, I'm not gonna try the door handle. I assume it's locked if no one can get in.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the force and project out to the moth folk the feeling of safety.
All right, give me a use the force check. It's only DC 15. Okay, you can't fail it.
And then
right.
after I project out the feeling, I knock.
Okay.
Like a second after.
You feel your telepathic message is received. However, there is obviously no response. And then you knock. There is silence.
What's his name again? It's been a while. He's not in the NPC tab.
God, I gotta look at my old notes. 1 second. I forgot that he's not in the NPC tab.
That NPC tab came after Belwall.
His name is, here it is. His name is Archimedes.
Archimedes.
Archimedes, yes, like the Greek, engineer. Mathematician, yes. I was gonna say geologist, but that's also wrong. Scientific field related to things.
You want to put that in the NPC chat for me? And I'll repost it as myself, whatever.
Sure, here, and I'll give you some art for him, too.
I knock again and call out, Archimedes, are you alright in there?
Archimedes.
Archimedes?
God, a lot of these mothfolk arts are, like, really thick.
He had art already, right?
He did,
Yep.
but I don't have it anymore.
Oh.
You can blame the internet for that.
It was spoopy.
Let's use this. Here's the art.
Nice. He's gay.
Okay, you call out and you sort of rap the front door with your knuckles. There's no sound except for the sort of quiet knocking on wood.
How long did she say it's been since they've seen him?
It's been about 11 days.
And he probably only had like 2 weeks worth of food or less.
Gleason said, yeah, if he was locked in there for up to a week to 2 weeks, he wouldn't starve or dehydrate.
But it's getting to that point, so.
In like a few days, maybe, yeah.
Did anything major happen 2 days ago?
Gleason and Solshivan sort of shrug. They say everything's been normal. You know, people have obviously been worried about Archimedes, but besides that, no, nothing crazy has happened.
Do you know who was the last person to speak to him?
Solshivan and Gleason do not know that.
You should ask the town. Perhaps that person may know more.
Alright, they ask the nearby crowd, and after a bit of discussion, no one that is nearby is sure. No one that is nearby was the person who was seeing him last, but one of them says that their aunt saw him for something related to farming. but she didn't think it was that important. Something about where to plant certain grains.
Like the day before he walked up? Or
Yes.
the day of?
The day before.
Should I attempt to cast detect magic to see if I sense anything in the house?
You could try, yeah.
All right then.
There will likely be a lot of magic auras in the building.
You wave your hands, and yeah, like Basilius says, there's like maybe 1 or 2 minor magical presences. Those likely belong to potions or minor magic items inside the house. But besides that, there's no major presences.
Out of character, I could technically attempt to summon an accuser double to see if it can, I don't know, try to find a way in the house, but I don't think it's a good idea.
Does the house
with
have a
crowd
chimney?
nearby.
No.
Hey, Lee.
Hi, I'm sorry, guys. It took longer than I expected.
You didn't miss anything. We teleported to the city of Beckinsale, and we're going to see the Oracle who lives there. But the Oracle's locked themselves up in their house for a week and isn't responding to anything.
Oh, he's dead.
And then
No, he's in there.
yeah, he's in there,
Is he?
and they've detected his life. Yes, he's alive, but he's just not
Oh.
responding to anyone.
He is incredibly afraid of something.
Oh, cool.
And
great.
then, yeah, and that's where we are. We're outside the front door trying to get him to open the door.
Okay.
Okay. Ryochi,
Let me load into
Oh,
the game.
of
before-
course. There's no map for this. We're just doing the
Oh,
Theater of the
okay.
Mind right now.
Alright.
Yep, the house is a small one-story, with a little attic, above it. Obviously, there's enough room for one. You were in it before. Everyone except Ryochi was in it. When you visited the Oracle last.
Is there like an open window, something?
All
a
of
hole,
the...
a hole big enough where the accuser can fit through.
An accuser devil is a small creature. There is no opening that can fit a small creature. All the windows are closed and locked, and the blinds are drawn.
Well,
Also, the
can-
front door is unlocked, and the front door is the only exit.
it's locked, not unlocked.
It's locked. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, she could suggest he come out.
You have
That's
to
kinda
see him.
Rude. You'd have to
Is-
fail to
does he-
save.
Yeah. Dude, would he be high level?
Oh, it has a at will greater teleport.
Yeah.
If you would like
So,
to if you'd like to cast summon accuser, you could literally just teleport inside the house.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, would the rest of the party be okay with me doing this? Is it good? There's still a crowd near us, right?
Yeah, there's a few people gathered around, maybe like a dozen.
And I don't think summoning monstrosity like that would be
It had that will invisibility, right?
Accuser devils? Let me check. I'm pretty sure it does. It has no, it does not. Oh yeah, it does. It has half will. It has
Yes.
at will invisibility.
You could summon it away from the group and then bring it in invisible.
all right.
You could like walk around back of the house if you wanted to.
Sure.
You step around back and you cast Summon Accuser. You wave your scythe in the air, and a small rip in space appears, and out pop a creature with the top half of a plump human infant and the bottom half of a gigantic fat fly.
So cute.
He buzzes up to your eye level and says, "Greetings, master. How can I help you?"
I need you to get teleport into the house and teleport into the house and
A
check
dog
on
a
the-
dog barks nearby.
check on the Mothman that's in there.
All right.
Don't have him check on it. Have him unlock the door.
Oh, and if possible, unlock the door for us.
All
Sure, he's
right.
invisible.
Seems kind of like a low effort job, but I'll do it. The Zibub, which is what the species of devils is called, turns invisible, and then there is a minor sound of teleportation. All right. A few minutes later, and by a few minutes I mean like less than a minute. Maybe like 20-30 seconds later, Basilius, Ryochi, and I assume at this point Asriel coming back around front. You hear
Yes.
the sound of the latch unlocking.
All right.
All right. I want to again convey get out towards the Mothman a feeling of safety, and friendship. I can do
Alright.
it like 2 consecutive gasps as I open the door and call out to him.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door and you're met face to face with the accuser devil sort of hanging up on the ceiling just out of sight. Are you looking for that guy? He points the little infant arm that he has at a moth-like humanoid about the size of a man, who is collapsed on the floor nearby. There's an overturned table. Everything else seems to be in order, although there's like food sitting out that's moldy. But he is sitting, not sitting, but he is collapsed on the floor on his stomach, sort of laying face down. With a table nearby that is clearly fallen over as by his weight when he fell onto it.
Azrael.
The accuser sort of lands down and sort of just starts looking over the Mothman, making sure that he's alive as you guys step into the house.
Azrael, why don't you see if he's all right?
All right, yeah, I'll try to see if I can do a medicine check.
The accuser immediately just it's like, oh, there's no need for that. He says, he's alive. He sort of, the accuser sort of holds his arm up. He says, he's pretty malnourished and dehydrated, but he's definitely alive. I can feel his heartbeat. He sort of shakes him gently. He's not responding. His eyes are open.
Yes, we knew that from outside. I could feel that he was alive. We just need to see what happened here.
Okay, the Oracle is, Archimedes, the Oracle, is collapsed forward. He's wearing just a simple tunic and trousers. Actually, probably the same tunic that you saw him in when you guys came here, like, must have been over a year ago at this point, right? He's collapsed on the ground. He's obviously very thin. He's very dirty. Clearly, what's that called? Clearly, at some point during this state, he had soiled himself, so it smells terrible in here. He's on the ground. He looks very malnourished and thin, and just very dirty. But he is breathing. You can see the rise and fall of his chest.
Did I send for a doctor?
Yeah. You sort of yell out, and Sol Shivan nods and he tells Gleason to go get one. He runs off into town. You guys all gather around. The accuser is still sort of crouched nearby, sort of looking at his face a few inches away. He says, he's alive. Definitely alive. He's like catatonic or something. The accuser sort of pinches him on his arm.
Yes. Azrael, do you have any remove curse or remove disease spells on hand?
I do not believe I have any prepared at the moment. Oh wait, I do have a lesser restoration.
Question. The demon thing, the boon that I have, could I give it to him?
Oh yeah, you could.
Alright, I would like to do that.
Alright, Azrael, you're granted a single 6-level cleric slot.
Actually, Would the necklace of Vecna tell Azrael to have prepared a specific spell today?
Oh wait, is that an item that he has already?
Hmm.
Let me see. Is that on his list of items?
It should be.
I don't think so.
I told him to add it.
Yep, the voices word. Here it is.
Oh yeah.
Every
There are no spells that you have the ability to cast that can help right now, so the voice would say nothing on this specific ability.
So what about with the
With-
single 6 levels?
With a 6th level
spell?
cleric spell, you could cast Greater Restoration.
All right, I'll try casting it on him. See if that helps.
Restoration. Oh no, Greater Restoration is a 7th level spell.
So wait, hold on. So what's a 6 level spell?
You cast Heal. That's a 6th level
Uh,
spell.
heal just heals health damage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it heals 10 hit points per level you have, and also let's see. It also removes blind, confused, dazed, dazzled, deafened, diseased, exhausted, fatigued, feeble mind, insanity, nausea,
All right,
poison.
all right.
Yeah,
I'll cast it.
literally
then.
everything.
All right, I'll cast it then.
With with the power that is granted to you by Ryochi's little dance, I guess. I don't know what he does for it. He
I
does a
think I
little.
whisper.
Yeah, you whisper some secret that you don't really hear, but you understand. And you lay your hands on the catatonic Archimedes. Well, first things first, you heal him. He was at full HP, so that's not an issue. You heal his con damage from starving and dehydrating. He is still catatonic, but he looks a lot better. He doesn't look malnourished anymore. He doesn't look dehydrated. He looks fine, just catatonic.
Meaning this isn't caused by mental ability drain. It's also not a curse.
Heal does not remove curses.
No, but the voice's word would have told him to prepare remove curse.
True. He seems to be mentally catatonic. This seems to be a mental, not a magical mental effect, just that he is catatonic. He is
Like he's going through shock, basically.
yeah, like he's in shock. But very, very severe shock. Perhaps some sort of trauma that has just completely stunned him mentally.
It's been how long? 11?
It's been 11 weeks. Jesus, no.
11 weeks.
It's been 9 days.
9 days.
So almost a week.
Okay.
He's just been sitting here for 9 days, assumedly. If he collapsed on the day that no one saw him on, yeah.
Alright.
So if they waited any longer, he definitely would have starved to death.
Mm-hmm. So...
You sort of, the accuser sort of rolls him over so that he's on his back. Yeah, you see, his eyes are wide open. His mouth is not like agape in horror or anything. He's just sitting there, emotionless, looking forward. He's slightly tense, like his muscles are tensed up. Obviously, some sort of reaction to something. And his chest is rising and falling as per normal, not as weakly as it was when you first entered. The heal has obviously pretty much brought him back up to peak physical health.
I wanted to say if there was any type of poison that could have been probably.
It would have been immediately cured by heal.
Ah, then yeah, no. Then.
All you guys give me perception checks.
All right.
I also assume that the undead are on the ship.
Yes, I do not bring them in town.
Azrael. Grim. Okay. Nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll for who gets it. Grim or Azrael. Grim. Alzed rolled that. Grim. As Azrael is sort of looking him up and down, you notice that in his right hand he is gripping a small sheet, not sheet, but a small ripped piece of paper. sort of gripped tightly in his right hand.
I will immediately look at the desk he fell on and see if I can find the other part of the ripped paper.
Yeah, you look over to the nearby desk. On the floor nearby, there is a ripped blank sheet of parchment. Almost about a third of it's been ripped, and you actually see it wasn't really important for anyone else to notice, but there is a tipped over bottle of ink, a quill, and a dry puddle of ink nearby.
Seems our friend was writing when this happened.
He sort of crouched down, and the piece of paper is gripped very tightly in his right hand, this sort of mandible. Not mandible, but the claw that he has.
I'm afraid to take it from his hand. I don't want to injure him.
I'll pray it off of him. Actually, Ryochi, you're bottom, right? You have sleight of hand, probably.
It would not take sleight of hand. You would just need to move his fingers because he is in shock and therefore cannot react. It's. I was gonna say it's not that. It wouldn't be that complex.
I'll just
Still
try it out of his
experiencing
hand
it.
then.
I have mage
Button.
hand if you
Yep. You can see his. As you reach over and grab the piece of paper, you just sort of move his fingers out of the way. They were clearly clenched when he fell, but moving them, he has no sort of muscle response to that, and he's not tightened up in like muscle shock, so you can move his fingers very easily. You take the piece of paper, and it's crumpled up in a little ball with a little bit sticking out.
Smooth it out.
All right. In scrawled Chondathan, two phrases are written. They are written in lines, as if he had frantically written these down and then fell.
What do they say?
I will give Azriel the lines.
Not
As
me.
he, what? All right. Oh, of course, I accidentally fucking closed the Google Doc with it on it.
If it says something about Pearl, I'm gonna...
Why would it say anything about your character from another game? Alright. It says this. I will send it in Azrael's DMs. So Azrael, you can read it out to them if you want. I have seen no reason why you wouldn't. There are 2 lines.
Yeah, I'll just read that. When the shadow descends upon the lands, our divine lords will walk alongside us as
I
equals.
can't hear you over the
Can't,
background
can't
noise.
hear you over the background noise.
Post it in chat.
I will.
When shadows descend upon the land, our divine lords will walk alongside us as equals. White birds shall vanish from the north, and great evil shall die and be reborn.
Religion? Question mark? Pinky?
If you'd like to, yes.
can I?
Damn.
I'll do it. Wait, that's not
I love
that's
it.
not my no, that's not what I roll. That's plus 27.
Oh, wait, why was I rolling Ryoshi?
Yeah, you rolled.
I was
Oh,
like,
Ryo-
why do I need...
One sec, Ryochi
Wait,
still has energy drain.
This is a knowledge religion check.
There's my chat. 30. I was like, how do I roll a 9? I'm like plus 20 to this.
How do I?
36.
46?
20, not my highest
There-
religion.
Sorry, 50 because of the plus 4 to block.
There is no specific religious context that you could imply this towards, other than what it says literally.
God damn it! I wasted a roll of 50.
I mean, if you're searching for some sort of deeper meaning in an esoteric religion, there is none. This appears to be a literal prophecy.
Mhm.
Weird.
Did you
All
post
I
it in
can.
chat?
Yes.
Oh, this one? Oh, got it.
I can think we could like dream walk into his mind. 'Cause he's still having thoughts.
Assumedly,
Right,
yes.
Yankee?
Assumedly, he's not brain dead.
Hmm. Yeah, we could try walking into his quote unquote dreams tomorrow with Lee's ability
What ability?
to grant spells.
Oh, okay.
You could grant the spell Dream.
Alright. Makes sense. Is there anything else we could do? I mean, uh, do you guys want me to ask around if anyone saw anything 9 days ago?
That
We
we
already
already
did.
did that.
You
There
already
was
did?
nothing of
Hmm.
any issue,
Okay, okay,
interest.
Alright. I think we can only. I think Austin's idea is like the best we can do for now.
Yeah, so we'll just wait for the doctor to show up and let him handle it for now.
All right. Yep. A minute or so later, a sort of plump man, sort of steps in and looks over. Looks over Archimedes. Says, "Oh dear. Well, it's good that we got to him in time." He says, "I'll get some people here to take Archimedes to my clinic."
I convey him all the information we know about Archimedes so far.
All right. He says, "Yes, it seems like some sort of massive mental shock. We don't know how long he'll be like this if it can't be cured magically. I'll see what Sol Shivan says." Some men come in and carefully lift Archimedes up onto a stretcher, and they carry him away, leaving you guys alone in the house with the note that Azrael still clutches.
Any other written fortunes lying around?
There is not. There's just that blank piece of paper that was written on hastily, and then when the table fell, it was ripped while he was holding onto it.
All right. I want to ask Siobhan if
Yep.
anyone in the town is a mesmerist or a psychic.
She says, I don't believe anyone has any sort of psionic ability here.
That's unfortunate.
Those sort of abilities are much rarer than any magical gift.
Yes, they are. We need. If we had somebody with that sort of ability, my companion could grant them the ability to travel through dreams, to perhaps contact Archimedes. But
You seem to
Yeah,
know a
they-
lot about psionic magic.
yes, I've tapped into it quite a bit myself. However, I'm not skilled in psionic magics. I can manifest. I kind of lift my hands and lift something up with the force.
Mhm.
I'm more skilled at conjuring ectoplasm and telepathic powers, or not telepathic. What's the word?
Telekinetic.
Telekinetic powers.
I was gonna say, your telekinesis is actually pretty shit.
Yes, it's just
Uh,
an easier way to like explain it.
Yeah, okay. She says, I don't know any sort of people that have that sort of ability. I'm aware of people who have those abilities, but they're farther than a simple day's travel.
Unfortunate.
What happened here? Any other sort of... and any clues? I'm glad to see that he's still alive.
He seems to have rapidly scribbled this note. I hand the note to her before passing out from shock. Possibly some kind of fortune that was too much for him to handle.
She says, She reads it sort of quietly. It certainly is ominous. But he's been wrong before. His prophecies aren't always 100% correct.
Yes, I am concerned of what the note might even imply. The subjects in question are unknown.
She says, yes, it is troublingly vague. The first part is more confusing than vague. The second part is just vague, uh, prophecies of evil.
Yes. Well, in any case, I suppose there's not too much for us to do here.
She says, I'll get my. Well, we only have one doctor, she makes in quotes, here. Do you have any sort of hospitals or medical facilities in Chandler Cross?
Nothing too fancy. He is very. We've used high level magic to ensure his body is in perfect condition. As long as he is tended to, he'll be fine.
She says, if he's simply in some sort of psychic coma, it won't be hard to keep him alive. We have the ability to keep him sustained with magic and keep him fed.
Yeah, so that's some more akin to what we've done. We cured all the damage from his dehydration and starvation, as well as any physical scratches.
She says, well, I suppose you should take this with you. Maybe you have more insight in than me. She gives you back the note. Or she gives Basilius back the note because he's the one that handed it to her. She says, there you go.
Well, hopefully I'll start searching for a psychic. Perhaps we can make more leeway in the future.
Perhaps
He
another
does not
diviner.
wake up naturally.
Perhaps another diviner could see more.
Mm-hmm.
Or communing with your gods could answer some questions.
Basilius nods. We'll see what we can do.
Alright.
Right.
Oh, I just sneezed so hard that my whole body hurt. Ow.
That happens. Yeah, it sucks.
I'll tell her we'll stay in town the rest of the day and then head off in the morning. She
All
needs
right.
us. Cough, cough, at Grim.
Alright, gang.
Cough, shit got real. Can't do it anymore.
This isn't really the time to interrupt you, like, hey, I know that your oracle's in a coma.
But
Shit got
I
heavy.
wanna
Not,
dick you
not a good
down.
time.
So, you stay free of charge at a nearby inn.
Does Siobhan have a personal office or something?
She does, but
Okay.
there's no room for guests. She just has a small house. She lives pretty much
Yeah.
the same as everyone else.
I will leave it in her mailbox.
Oh, the bust?
Yeah.
Okay. It does not fit in a mailbox, no. You can have it delivered, yes.
Yeah. I will have it delivered.
Alright.
I'm gonna have it gift wrapped.
Sure.
Alright. The next morning comes. You're given an update as you guys wake up that Archimedes is fine. He's healthy. He's on a, what's it called? Well, he's being fed via,
Oops.
tubes, yeah.
Nice. All right, let's leave.
Yeah, let's head out.
Awkward.
Back to the cheery D&D music.
Yeah. Back to town. Cracks fingers. It's that time, Tinky.
What time?
The time.
I don't know what time we're talking about. This is a bit.
You, oh, what you told us, what you told me we were doing when we got back to Chandler Cross.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Do you?
yes.
What?
Oh, you said we were leveling up when we got back to Chandler
Oh,
Cross.
yes, yes.
Oh.
After this month passes, you will.
What day is it?
Currently, so in that travel, 3 more days have passed. So it is. Have you seen this? Okay, this is unrelated. First let me get the, yep, here it is. It's currently the 21st of Mirthul.
Right, yeah, let's close out the month.
Have you
Should we
seen this
start
new?
trying to make the United
Did we
War
not
Fund?
set out letters or anything first?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you would like to the month you would like to send official diplomats out to gather the leaders or any sort of representation from the nearby nations.
Yeah, invite
Yes.
them to a moot.
All right. Literally the fucking Skyrim quest line.
Yeah. Invite them to...
Hopefully it won't be just as annoying to do.
Oh, yeah.
Unrelated, have you
Probably
seen this
will.
new Austin? Have you seen this new femboy bunny VTuber? Look at him, he's cute.
I don't like that art.
Boo! Look at the little ears.
Yay.
All right, unrelated. So, gang, we gather up in the noble state. Perfect. Perfect as all things should.
I hope Alice enjoyed the trip.
Yeah, both her and Katarina had fun, but it's nice to be back home.
The week-long vacation.
Yo,
used
wait,
to be
this.
different.
Whoa, this place has side chairs?
You didn't know?
No, that's why I've only been placing you 5. Let's see. Let's pick. Who else sits at the table with you guys?
The Rob.
Place him near
I
the
was gonna say-
child.
Mercutio.
Mercutio
say
doesn't sit at the
Ryuichi.
table. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where's
No,
Mercutio?
No.
You're reaching a
Here it is. Perfect.
It's no scale.
Snow Scale isn't even here when you guys get here. He's just not here. Neither is Baras, or
Arthagnes.
Panpos, or Thorhalla.
So what
Or
does
the
Sally do? Yeah, yeah.
Or Thali, yeah. It's just
We
the
kicked
general
him off
game.
the council, didn't we?
We gave him a different job.
Dog is here.
Bad
Perfect.
dog off the table.
It is a fucking sick jump. You know that jump that small dogs do where you're like, there's no way you could do that jump, and then they do it.
But then they eat shit anyway.
Yeah, and then when they try to get down, they like can't for some reason.
You're like, oh no, the errors of my mistakes, my
hubris.
errors.
Alright, gang. We have 9 more days in the month. So let's do a month of kingdom building. Everyone's favorite part of D&D.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. The stability check.
Why am I next to Basilius?
Because why not?
There's a small block on your chair, so you're at the same height with everyone else. You have a height. Katarina also has a similar block. At this point, Katarina looks about maybe 4 or 5 months old. Tailoring clothes for her is a nightmare.
Can we
Basilius,
just tailor her
They're
magic clothes?
oversized.
Basilius, I assume that you have this month already planned.
I'm doing it now. Another stability check. Oh wait, we just did that. Assign leadership. Claim hexes. Hex map, please.
You don't have to say it when you do it. You do sound like you're dying.
I'm gonna switch to GM mode for a moment.
All fine. There's nothing that you can see that's hidden. For a real fun time, click the undercross button.
Hey Lee, do that. Click the
I'm
undercross
doing it.
button.
I don't have the Kingdom Builder open.
No, I mean, there's so many tokens in undercross that if you
Oh.
click it, it might crash your game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
unless
not
Tanky
clicking.
specifically sends you there, do not click under cross.
I already did.
That will crash my computer.
I'm stuck at 98%.
That's what you get for being a dumbass.
And I'm loaded.
Nice.
Damn. We're doing work down there. Yeah, when are Ettercaps gonna become playable?
There are currently no major Ettercaps besides the leader of the tribe. When there becomes major NPC Ettercaps, then they become playable.
Okay.
Make some relevant ones.
You hear that, Azrael? You need to make some leadership out of Ettercaps.
Okay.
Well, maybe once the church in Undercrest is built, probably start giving positions of leadership down there.
Claim these 3 hexes.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna roll the
Random events.
But first, like I said, every month, a random person will be given a event with Katarina.
Oh.
In an event to basically help her
Influence
develop.
her growth.
Yeah. We'll go down the table like this. Ryochi.
Oh, damn.
So, I'm now going to roll a childhood event that you will help develop Katarina.
Oh boy.
I've developed this this chart by playing hundreds of hours of being a child in CK3. All right. All right. While you are playing music, and Katarina is just in the room listening at some point. You probably don't even know that she's there. You're just sort of playing for people that go through and in and out. What do you don't play instruments. You just dance and sing.
Yeah, just.
So you were just practicing a song. Let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, this is a fun. Okay. I'm gonna roll, but if I don't get one I like, I think I have one already that perfectly fits Ryochi. You like my unreadable dice?
Your
hate
readable
it.
what?
Unreadable dice.
Oh god.
Impossible to read. 76. Do, 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 do. All right. I have to look something up. So, while Katarina is sitting nearby, Ryochi, you witness two of the house servants, one man, one woman. You don't know their names, but you know that they are married. You notice them, and you and Katarina both witness them having a fight, a verbal fight, of course, about some triviality or something like that.
Right. Ryuichi's suddenly very interested.
All right. They seem to have they seem to have a verbal fight, possibly about some sort of circumstance. It's not really that important to the event. So, what would you like to do in response to knowing or seeing this fight? Well, what is
Right.
Ryuichi's thing to do?
Okay, wait. So, is it just me, this kid, and these two grown adults fighting?
You are, well, what's it called? You are in some in the sort of main hall practicing a song by yourself. Katarina just happens to walk in. I mean, she can walk now at this point.
And so she can speak.
She cannot speak yet.
Oh.
Children start speaking usually at 12 to 18 months. She's like 5-6 months old at this point.
All right.
So she's like
alright,
taking
alright.
her first steps. She hasn't said her first words yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she like waddles as babies are wont to do. She waddles into the room, and both you and her witness this verbal fight.
What is what? I mean, Ryuichi's obviously interested in couples fighting, but like, what does the baby look like? What's
I
her
mean,
reaction?
her reaction is just there are people yelling, right? So she's interested
So she
in.
gets distressed.
Maybe there's like a bit of distress, but she's more interested in why there are people yelling.
Hmm. Okay. So they are fighting. God, where's Basilius?
You don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe he's not
I would
even.
like to.
Maybe he's not even in town at the moment.
I don't.
Wait.
Ryuichi would sit back and watch the baby and the couple. Like he feels like he doesn't have enough information to make a call yet.
All right.
He
So
wants to know what she does.
you and Katarina just sit and watch the fight go down. Eventually, the female maidservant storms off in a huff.
Mm-hmm.
Clap.
That is the end of the event.
Interesting.
Why was
I wonder
Katarina
if
just
they'll-
walking around the mansion unsupervised?
I know.
I mean,
I hope she gets so much trauma from that event.
it wasn't a very crazy event. Plus, you're getting these every month, so they can't be like world-shattering events every single month.
I hope that's very formative to her. I hope she like develops attachment issues or something.
I mean, you both just kind of sat there and watched people yell at each other.
If anything,
Yeah.
they a bit sadistic.
I mean, she didn't seem distressed. She was like curious. I would
Yeah,
like
but
to
don't
immerse
like.
that.
Didn't Priscilla say a while ago that because she has Danish blood in her, she could eventually end up growing up to be really cruel if not managed correctly?
She would have tendencies towards cruelty.
Yeah, tendencies towards cruelty.
I'm fine with that. If Basilius isn't, he should watch his damn children when they're walking around the mansion.
Yep, you can't watch kids 24/7. One of these days, or just every once in a while, the kid's just like, hey, where the fuck is the kid?
Yeah, we can. That's what we have servants for.
I mean,
But your servants
your
were
servants are
fighting in
yelling
front
at
of
each
the
other.
child.
Well, that's their problem. They should
Yep.
be fired.
Which, of course,
Right.
it's not reported to anyone, so it just...
Do you report it, Ryoshi?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, they're
Rage
fired.
We'll tell Basilius.
Okay, those 2 servants are fired and quickly replaced. Yeah, so I was just sitting there watching your kid watch some people yell.
Yeah, Rage like talks to Basilius. He's like, so your baby just like sat there and watched some people yell. She's never seen this dress. She was a little bit curious.
Yeah,
and-
maybe let's say, I don't know. For the sake of why was the baby wandering around, maybe the woman who was yelling and in the fight was meant to be watching the child at the time.
Mhm. That's funny. Like? Did they say like? I really want to know more about this fight.
Maybe, yeah. If you wanna spend time later, you could look into it. I'll have to generate like a relationship drama.
Dude, I would love to. I'll
They're
tell
both
Basilius, though, about
fired,
it.
so they're in
Yeah, yeah,
Chandler
yeah.
Cross likely still.
Yeah, I hope
Like they're
they,
probably not exiled. Either way, that is the Katarina event for this month. It's relatively harmless. Doesn't really change a lot, but
No,
Just
I
makes her
hope
a bit
it
more
changes.
important events will happen the more she grows up.
I hope she becomes such like a. I hope she like develops like a distaste for married people or something. That's Ryuichi's dream.
You're gonna grow her up to be like Queen of NTR, ruining relationships.
Female dating strategy. She's a femcel.
All right, gang. Let's roll a from my stupid long list of events. That's not a roll. I just typed the number.
I was like, wow, Max.
I was gonna say it has. It's not. It looked cool, but it technically has the same exact probability as every other number. Okay, I definitely roll 1d 25,489. Okay, don't you roll a d20 plus 98 divided by 3 in parentheses. No one even makes those dice. You know those
Yeah,
dice
that's-
haven't been made since the incident.
I don't think. How would you make a dice like that?
Alright. Would you like the council gathered for this? For, events?
Yeah.
Alright. Mr. Crowley. Get it, because his name's Alistair Crowley. It's
And
very,
with
It's very funny. Anpo. Sol Siobhan. No, not in her adult gold dragon form.
Get Grim all hot and bothered.
Here you go. Minister Sol Siobhan.
During this month, after Alistair finishes some more of his crafting, I give a +4 headband of charisma to Ponpos and a +4 belt of dex to Niall.
Alright, can do. Talak also shows up for council.
I'll allow it.
Well, what's it called? For holding court, not just the council shows up, like rich people from rich people from town show up just to watch.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is like the evening news for them.
I mean, it literally is. Yeah, it's like if something exciting is gonna happen, it's gonna be when Basilius holds court. All right. There's a single roach folk. He's there.
Yay.
Who the fuck is a Saren White Flame?
No clue.
He's an NPC. He's gotta be important.
Remember, he's,
Basilius made him recently, right?
yeah, he's
Oh!
he's,
He's one part
he's
of your...
gonna be, yeah, he's gonna be the new captain of the guard.
Okay, he's there then.
He dual wields long spears.
The chef is also there.
what is this Elden Ring type build you made him?
He's crazy. He could beat the shit out of you, Azrael.
Oh no, I don't doubt it.
At least,
If it's you making him, he can kick my ass.
Also, look who's here.
Wait, I'm loading.
Cavril is here.
Oh my god. Damn, this place is packed now.
Look at all these named NPCs. Snowscale's also here.
Just because.
Where's Caverill? I don't see him. You're pointing at an empty tile.
No, I'm definitely not.
Let
That's
me refresh.
clearly Cavril.
Let me refresh.
Alright, gang. First event. Let's get some royal court music. Here it is. Let's play some classical music from the Baroque period.
This is actually Ryoshi singing. Hey, get off the tape. Oh god, I almost just did a Grim.
What?
Everyone just slightly adjusted.
Get over here, Ryoshi. Whip crack.
How to play piano.
You're a
Alright.
bard, you can play any instrument.
Alright, gang. The first person that is let in is... actually, now that I'm reading that event, that doesn't really fit the time. That's an event that would make more sense if it was winter. Okay, let's scroll that one.
Is this entire list handmade?
Not entirely. I've taken other lists and changed the numbers on them. It's a big Google Doc that's really big and clunky. And every time I take one, I delete it and have to go through and change the numbers. I don't do them all by hand, of course. I have something that does it for me. Alright, gang. The first person to enter is... One sec.
It's him.
Who's him? Oh, him. Yes, a bunny femboy enters. Him.
We already have one fox femboy.
Might as well gather them all.
Hmm. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all.
So, the first man to step in is... a representative. One sec. I have him here. Force Edge, view scene. Oh wait, shit. I had him in map tools. No. Visiting places
The
that I...
big Cabris guy.
Yes, the...
Oh, that's right. Wait, I would have built him the church this month instead of a library in Undercross.
Alright. Yes. The man approaches, his name being...
I just sit there narrowing my eyes.
Desvi Gloom Not Gloom it's Gloomlight. He approaches in his full attire and armor, etc. He doesn't have any weapons. Obviously, those are confiscated at the door.
Mm-hmm.
He steps up to the sort of altar here. Not altar, but the podium. We really should have like a lectern.
Real quick. What stat would a Church of Kebris give? Economy, loyalty, or stability?
Kebris is lawful neutral.
Law is economy.
And neutrality, I believe, is stability or loyalty. One of the two. I know that evil is economy. And good is... Okay, it's probably stability then, because evil is economy, good is loyalty.
Okay. I greet him as he steps up.
Yep, Desvi sort of steps up and unhoods himself. He takes his hood off, revealing his short hair. He's a man maybe in his later 40s. Very, very haggard looking. Clearly a man who has seen a lot of hard work in his life. He's a gravedigger. As he approaches, he gives a nod and then holds, Ryochi. Reminds me of that. Thank you, Ryochi.
What?
Oh, he talked as you, because he had you selected.
Oh.
Yes, just like how if I have no one selected, somehow it thinks I'm LZ. Oh shit, thought it's me. Weird. Why does it only sometimes think I'm LZ? Never mind. He holds up his symbol of Kebris. It's not a holy symbol, he's holding around an idol. It is on a chain that he holds on a quarterstaff, like it's like hanging from a chain and dangling. It's the symbol of it's golden scales being held by a skeletal hand. It's sort of hanging off. The chain is the skeletal hand at the end of his staff, and it is holding the scales up.
What was his name?
His name is Desvi.
Welcome, Desvi.
Gloomlight.
I believe the church in your town should have finished this month.
He nods. He says, "And while I am very grateful for that, I have come to announce my protestations at the very disturbing news I've heard recently from Belwall."
As will just look some like off to the side, just casually whistling.
He says,
like trying to sing a small jaunty tune while like twiddling his thumbs, trying like nope, nothing wrong here.
he says, if all that is good and proper is respected, you must do something.
Do you not believe the restrictions in place are enough at the moment? We have numerous legal codes dictating what is and isn't legal as far as necromantic pursuits go.
He says,
Have you read over them?
I am aware of these statutes, but I hardly believe that it's enough or even meaningful. He says, followers of these dangerous cults, they don't care about the laws. He says, and even if laws in place are, well, they are laws, not all laws are good just because they are laws. He says, aligning yourself with such a church is an abomination. I must speak my protestations. The Church of Kebris and the Church of the Staircase, while the followers of Ordum have no true qualms with the undead, the followers of Kebris and Jurgle do.
I thought Jurgle doesn't care.
He uses undead. Yes. However, Jurgle, however, the Church of Jurgle does not allow undead that aren't specifically used to guard tombs.
Yep.
Let's see if I can. Here it is. Get the music back.
They're basically just hypocrites then.
He says, I will, as is my promise, I will not harm any follower of this church. But I must simply voice my protestations.
It's been has it been made a public declaration that Azrael is the voice?
I assume so.
I was gonna say I think the only people that would know would be anybody in Bellwall.
There would be a knowledge that the voice is here, but it's not exactly sure who it is. Although Azrael is the high priest and also a follower of Vecna.
So they could draw conclusions.
But there's technically no proof or nothing's been said, no.
Azrael, are you okay with me making that evidently clear? Or would
I'm
you
fine
rather remain secret?
The problem is, like Tenki said a while ago, the specific cell that could be near Bellwall could potentially send high-level adventurers to go after my head.
Yes.
And I'd rather not have that type of flack on her ass.
Anyone at high enough level to try and attack you is high enough level to learn who you are.
True. But,
So it's
alright,
probably
Azrael
better
puts
to just put it out there and know they're coming.
yeah. Azrael puts a lot of trust in Basilius, so he'll let it become public information.
All right. As Basilius will gesture to his left at Azrael and say, I'm sure you've heard more than the news of just the Church of Vecna's arrival, but the one to my left is the very voice of Vecna. He has promised to keep his followers well within respect.
He says, Desvi interrupts and says, but you cannot simply believe this, can you? That is foolish.
If
He
it's
has
any
yet to give us
consolation,
a reason to mistrust him.
if it's any consolation, I'm currently in the process of writing up some guidelines and rules for the church members, so they would not harm any citizens. And
I do believe over the last 2 years, the Church of Vecna has proven itself more of an asset to the devout pack than the Church of Kebris.
ooh, that's throwing some shade.
They haven't. The Church of Vecna has existed here for over 2 years and has not done anything ill to the kingdom.
Perhaps not physically, but spiritually. And he says, and your reputation. He says, if others know, and that this worship of Vecna is not suppressed, it is instead lifted up on a great pedestal as he says, as is the worship of the higher brothers of Babylon and Ordum and Kebris. He says, what is there not to... He says, what is not encouraging others of dangerous gods that this may be some place to call home? He says, Goenna, Tsair.
We have numerous precautions in place for that. The outlaw of such gods is illegal.
He says, but you cannot believe these precautions are foolproof. There is a dangerous, dark figure on your very council.
It is understandable that both of us don't see eye to eye with many different things, but My followers and me simply wish to worship our God in peace, like any uh, cleric and his followers would.
There is no
Clergy.
peace to your worship. Your worship only exists to corrupt.
Vecna's Vecna's ways are the scientific research into necromancy. He's a god that likes to help spread knowledge of plagues, flus, and other things to even potentially help cure them.
He says, and Vecna is prayed to keep away sickness. But it is out of fear, not respect.
Well, perhaps we'll set a precedent otherwise.
Again, my lord, he speaks up. I will cause no harm to this church or to your voice. He speaks to, he motions to Azrael. But I am simply here to protest. He says,
Yeah.
if there is nothing that will be done, then I will take my leave.
I will make it no secret. If the church proves itself a menace or acts against the kingdom in any way, it will be dealt with and disbanded. However, the church has done no such thing yet, and I am giving them a chance.
I believe you are far too trusting. He sort of taps the end of his quarterstaff on the ground, and the scales sort of tip back and forth. And he says, and with that I will see my way out. He makes his way out of the room.
Nice, nice. Did we ever roll the D4
For what?
number of events? D4
How many
plus
events?
Oh yeah, bad.
Oh, 4 is fine.
Let's roll a D2. Alright. Okay. Event 1 is in the books. You have made some people angry, Azrael.
Yeah, tell me something
Boo-hoo.
that I don't know. As we'll sit there and take a sip of wine.
A sip? You do your god dishonor.
Well, he's been sipping the whole
It's like
conversation.
it's like his third glass already today.
Yes,
Like,
I would love to take advice from Grim Betrayer of Gods. 2 gods you've now betrayed. Malar and McCain.
I love how
They didn't do
excited.
shit for me.
I love how excited Zach was to worship McCain, and then you told him he has no free will and becomes an NPC, and he went, "Oh, sad face."
Sag.
You can clearly see this is like Azrael's third class.
Dude, McCain worshiping Grim would have been dope.
I don't.
RoboCat.
That would have been a great plot arc.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 second. Alright. This one is not a visitor, Basilius, but there is a noble named Bernoth who has become a permanent fixture of your court when you hold court. And an expensive one, actually. Actually, an expansive one, too, as he is quite wide. He's there for every meal when you hold court, wolfing down everything in sight, and complaining to your serving girls about how empty dishes are when they are not filled quickly.
Does he put Azrael to shame?
He is quite an eater. He says, although he is very flattering, Basilius, he says, things like Basilius' court serves the best food, the best drinks. Basilius is the most ambitious, the most implacable, the best-looking lord. He declares, with his hand extended for another glass that he will down. He is an annoying waste of money. However, his exaggerated antics do give quite a laugh in court, and they are actually pretty entertaining to watch.
Make him the jester.
Basilius, what do you think? Or the group can decide as a whole what they think about this very loud, wealthy man in Chandler Cross who just loves being here and loves eating your very nice food.
He
Grim
does-
will
what-
march over there and put a dunce cap on him.
I was gonna say, does he do anything else? Like, does he
Oh,
own a business
he's
at
he's
all?
entirely here. I mean, he gives his regular payments, like taxes, etc., quote unquote. But no, he's entirely just here to watch court and watch everything go down and enjoy the food and meals that are presented to people as per the tradition of people watching court.
And people
Yeah,
like
seems
him.
fine.
Some people do. Some people find him annoying. A lot of people think it's kind of funny how he's just so like gregarious about his life of the party attitude. He's always talking
How-
up. He's always talking up Basilius. He's a big fan of Basilius and all the things he's doing. However, he is quite annoying, and a lot of your servants complain about him often. Most not because of any sort of harassment or anything, but because he simply eats so much. He is quite an expensive guest.
How much food does he go through in a single like? Court
I can't
full?
give you like an exact number, but it's considerable. It's considerably more than other guests.
I will onboard a specific server to watch over him so that he, instead of annoying all the waiters, having to constantly rush over and tend to him, I'll just have one person kind of constantly at that table.
All right. Give
like
me
the asshole.
give me a loyalty check.
Auto succeed.
Auto success. Okay.
How long has he been living here?
Oh, he's been here since you've been holding court. He's just not been important.
Oh, he's been here for a while.
You gain a +1 to loyalty. However, you gain a -1 to economy.
Damn.
This guy is enough of a strain that you actually have a -1 economy.
Oh, wow, he's an eater then.
Well, yeah, and all the food here is great.
I don't
He's
think
eating
that
300 gold worth of food every month.
Jesus, I don't
I mean,
think
there's like
Ashley's that
fine,
much.
there's like fine seafood and roasts and very nice wine.
Well-
When court is held, it is a monthly event people go to.
I
Like,
mean, look,
Azrael will only have to eat a lot during at least one. He has to like eat 3 meals in one sitting every morning. This man eats twice that.
He is
listen,
he is
at this
quite
rate,
he is quite the happy dude.
At this rate, he's not gonna be alive for long.
No, Jesus Christ.
Who knows? He could have a magical enhancement.
Well, if he scarfs down food that quickly, I'm not surprised he's not a mimic in disguise. Or he has a bag of holding for a stomach.
All right.
All right. That is another event done. That one's one of the ones that is more about the court than the guests.
I like that event. That was cute.
The fat guy gobbling up all your food.
Oh, this one's hilarious. One second. Actually, no, this is a better one.
I think it kind of just. I think it kind of just sets the tone. You know.
Oh, Ryochi.
Why? What?
Lately, Azrael, Grim, who in the group here has a +10 or more to perception?
I can
okay.
roll, use the force, and place the perception.
this
would be
isn't
me.
that kind
I have
of
a
this
plus-
isn't that kind of
I have a
perception.
plus. I have a plus 12.
I have a plus 16.
I have a
Ryochi,
plus
what do you
11.
have? Plus Ryochi, you have a plus 11.
Yes.
So you would also notice this. Lately, you all can't help but notice the gaggles and giggles of maidens and unusually austere warriors gathering in the court, enraptured by Ryochi's looks and singing.
That's
What
so
gender are they?
funny.
Today, during the court, there is a small gathering of gaggling and giggling beautiful maidens.
dude.
That's so
that are
funny.
that are speaking, that are likely paying attention to Ryochi. They all look enamored with him.
That's so funny. Oh my god, wait.
Basilius is the only one who does not immediately notice this, for he is too busy with court. Everyone else, who is not always talking to the guests, is very, very clearly noticing. They are sometimes disruptive with their talking slightly too loud for the quiet of the room.
And it doesn't appear to be bothering Basilius.
Basilius doesn't seem to notice it.
Okay. Grim will ignore it too.
But Ryochi and Azriel, you both very clearly know it. There's a small gaggle of maidens.
As you will just tell Ryochi, looks like you have some admirers.
That's the most hilarious thing ever. Can I roll sing, Tanky? I just want to see if I'm doing
Is
good.
one of the maidens Bo?
Bo is always at court, but he just never makes a fuss.
What does Bo think of this?
Who knows?
As soon as they leave the courtroom, Bo will try to sell them plushies of you.
No, yeah, I can see
He
that.
knows his audience.
Yeah. Let me roll sing. I want to see how well I'm doing.
Also, Tanky, I'd like to hook Bo up
That was
with a
really
merchant
good
who
roll.
sells very high quality fabrics, so that his plushies of Ryochi can be top.
Yeah. One of the girls actually has a plushie of Ryochi with her.
Do we?
And these
see
are
that?
some
Do we
of some
see
of
that?
these are clearly like women in waiting, and some of these are clearly like girls that have a crush, right?
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Ryochi is like the center stage when he sings here. Everyone is enraptured by his performance.
I did also just roll a 19 on that perform check. I am doing especially well today.
Yes. Ryochi, what would you
Yes.
like to do in response to this? You could do something like you could ignore it, let it keep happening. You could try to shut them down. You could egg them on, etc.
Show them your
Flip
shoe
them
insure.
off.
Show them your shoe insure.
God damn it, Austin!
Oh, is that a real life
Why
thing?
are you like this?
Is that a real life fact about Lee?
I have no. I am. Listen. Okay. Rage
Say it.
would
No,
probably
say
act
it.
them
Say it
off.
on recording. Are you hung or no?
Dude, Tinky, I will grab a knife out of this drawer. Do not test me. I'm on pills. I'm on mood stabilizers. They're not 100%. They're not guaranteed. I
It's
could
not
do
a-
something crazy.
It's not 100% stable. What would you like to do, Ryochi?
Rachel probably egg them on. Like
Oh,
start paying more
show off for
attention to
them. Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah. Like
Swing that
like make eye
ass for me.
contact. Do that sort of stuff.
All right.
Have this fun.
Smack your ass while you dance.
Give me bluff.
Which is sing.
Yeah, which is sing.
It's actually sing +4.
I don't have
50.
Peacock
Oh.
active, I don't think.
Okay. You have we will see what comes of that within the next month. But I'm going to write that down. One sec.
Fine.
So this could have happened for anyone at court.
No. What's it called? Basically, there's like a small, you would gather a small like following within the court itself, like a subsection of fans. And Ryochi's just happen to be giggling girls because he's cute and a bard.
Makes sense.
And a man, assumedly.
I would say man is saying too much. He's a boy.
All right, let me put this in your notes real quick.
Oh my god.
Fangirls in your notes. There you go. All right.
Is that
This
the
is how
only
Ryochi. Ryochi needs to take the leadership feat, and it's all fangirls.
Event
Oh,
number event number 4.
If he takes the leadership feat, he'll be able to make a cult bigger than yours or mine.
Not mine. I put a lot of effort into accumulating my cult.
All right. Instead of showing one of the people up to the thing, a guard steps up. With
Yep.
his sort of weapons aside, he pulls his helmet off, showing the face of a relatively young-looking man. He says,
Cute.
"My liege." He gives a bow. "I actually have something that I have for you."
You may speak.
He says, he says, may I approach? He pulls something out of his bag. It's a small, wrapped leather, book.
I'll nod.
He steps up, and he hands, you a manuscript.
Oh, you forgot Gaxum. That's who. Oh no, there's Gaxum.
Yeah, Gaxton's right there. He says, "My lord, I've, in my spare time, I've been working on a work of fiction that's, after reading literature that's, popular around here."
Oh my god.
He says,
Oh boy.
"Please accept the honor of being the first person to read my words."
Can I take a peek? Can I look over his
Well,
shoulder?
but yeah, you can sort of,
Is it hand?
Uh,
Is it handwritten?
it's handwritten, yeah.
Oh my god.
It is like a full, manuscript of a novel. As you open the page and start sort of flipping through, skimming it, give me knowledge local, and then give me knowledge nobility.
Can I make a linguistics check?
Oh wait, yeah, no, give me linguistics instead. That's a much better roll, because I assume Basilius is quite well read. All right. As you flip through it, the setting is quite familiar, as is the name of the protagonist. As you're sort of flipping through it, you realize, could this be this guard's attempt at writing a continuation or a rewrite of another fictional book that you've likely
Is it a
read?
fan fiction?
It could be a fan fiction. It's been a while since you've read the book. It could either be a continuation of this fiction, or this could be plagiarism.
How
As you flip through the first few chapters, you're unsure. You just haven't read this book. It's a very simple adventuring story. Very simple fantasy book.
Can you generate me a name for the book
Yeah,
that he's plagiarizing off of?
yeah. One sec. Let me generate a book name. Fantasy book title generator is called The Shard and the Rose. It is about a sort of both. It's sort of like a love adventure book about a rogue and a priestess of Shaylin, both falling in love and fighting an evil king that is essentially ruling over their nation.
So Basilius quickly flips through the book.
Yep.
And closes it, and then looks at the guard.
You look up. He's as you look up, he's very expectantly looking at you, clutching his helm, happily.
Is this some sort of fan continuation of? What did he say was the Shard and the Rose?
He says,
I recognize the setting.
He says, he sort of clears his throat and says, I suppose it is. I haven't read that book in quite a long time.
Can I do a sense motive check to see if he's lying?
Yep. Let's give a bluff check from the guard. Oh, he's really bad at it. Asriel, it seems as though he's trying to play it off.
He'll whisper to Basilius. He's trying to play it off.
He says, I suppose it is. It's been quite a while since I've read that book. I know it isn't very popular around here.
I hand the book back to him. If you're going to self-publish, I recommend you draw more of a original take on the matter. How well written was it, though?
It was sort of average. Wasn't anything crazy.
It's better than like a commoner would do, right? Like the guy clearly studied how to write.
Yeah, it's written very, very simply, but it's not like a boring read. At
Okay.
least the parts that you saw. You flipped through the first few chapters.
He
He says, he sort of nods.
I will say, oh, I lost my thought. Oh yeah, I'll say, you have the spark of a writer. Just create something a little more original.
He has a very solemn look, but he nods. He says, of course, my lord. He takes the manuscript back and wraps it up, sort of looking around the court as everyone's just kind of looking at him. He puts his helmet back on and
Poor guy.
steps back to his position.
He did not expect Basilius to the random fantasy love story.
Basilius, when he does have free time, he likes to occasionally read.
Oh, Basilius is always reading.
Alright, that is the final event. It is now the first. Let's pull the calendar up.
Oh, actually, Tanky, as me and you discussed, did we want to do like specific scenes for Lee, Zach, and or Azriel?
That is up to them. If you guys, Lee, Zach, Azriel, if you would like to do specific scenes pertaining to your jobs, you may. You may request one.
Ooh. Ooh.
That is Lee requesting one.
Alright. Lee,
I would not mind either.
I have some events.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh. Not that chart. This chart's much smaller. Alright. Alright, gang. Lee.
Me.
Yees.
Ooh.
One sec, I have to get the very specifics of this. Lee!
Yes.
These scenes aren't roleplay heavy, but they are cool little things that you can do to help.
Alright.
You are brought, very clearly, a complaint by a majority of, by a large group of townsfolk. You are brought a complaint that they expect you to bring to Basilius. The complaint is about... Second. I need to roll a random specific thing. The complaint is that during the night, while everyone was sort of... The town is still slightly awake, and the market was still technically open. There was a woman and her child who were out doing some very, very late night shopping, waiting for her husband to be done working. And there was an Ettercap in the market during the night buying things that were not available in Undercross, and they were absolutely terrified by it. And they are bringing a complaint to Basilius about that this family, and consequently several other families, now that they're talking about it, feel very unsafe.
Okay, sorry. What was in the market that they felt threatened by?
An Ettercap, one of our
An
citizens.
Ettercap.
That's what
Spider
they're
folk.
complaining. They're complaining that they felt threatened because they saw a black man.
Yeah, I got the vibe, but
Basically.
what is in?
Here it is.
That's what they look like most of the time.
They are
practically-
humanoid spider-like creatures that are.
And he
Okay.
was literally just doing some late night shopping because he wanted some stuff to make soup or something.
Oh yeah. So they're racist. Got
So
it.
the complaint is
Pretty
brought
much.
to you, and it is expected that you will bring this complaint to Basilius. How do you handle this situation?
Well, I will
wait.
of course go talk to Basilius.
Yeah, well, your job specifically is either bring it to me
Or
or
handle
handle
it.
it yourself. Your
Yeah.
job is to handle this kind of thing yourself, not
Oh,
just
okay,
bring it
okay.
to me.
No, okay.
Bring it to you if it's
Uh,
something that you can't handle.
That is funny. Can I handle racism? That is a good question.
You do know the Devout Pact is very anti-racism.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the
Um,
poor Ettercap. He was like doing some late night shopping.
That is
Uh,
a good question.
I do not. I blame the mother. I do not blame the 7-year-old girl who saw this horrific beast.
Oh yeah.
And it was just screaming basically. Until her
I
mother
would
and her
like
ushered her away.
In that case, I would like to go investigate further. I assume I know who's filed the complaint, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
mother.
The what's it called? Yeah, the mother is in the crowd, with.
I would like to go talk to her.
All right. What kind of things would you like to ask?
I will. I'm sure she knows who I am. I'm just gonna be like, tell her that I'm here to talk about the complaint she filed, and I wanted to get some more information about it.
Yes. Basically, she's worried, for the safety and the well-being of her kids, because things that were only spoken of basically as boogeyman stories are now walking the streets.
Mhm.
I thought it was somewhat common knowledge that Undercross was a place.
Very rarely do people of Undercross leave Undercross.
Oh.
There are
okay.
some roach folk. You see roach folk around Chandlercross. You almost never see Ettercap. Mostly because Ettercaps had some light sensitivity.
Alright, what's the deal?
Okay.
There's like 2 Ettercaps who live up here, right?
There are maybe a handful, and they mostly work in the mines to the east.
What's the deal with these roach and spider people? Do they have drastically different cultures, or are they like?
Yes. They have drastically different cultures. They have parts of the Undercross segregated for just roach folk, and parts of the town segregated just for Ettercaps to make living easy easier among themselves.
The Ettercaps
Yeah.
are a highly clan-based group. They're very, very communal. They're not necessarily violent, but their culture is based on survival at all costs. Mostly because they are an Underdark race. They live and thrive and grew up in the Underdark. So they are pretty vicious when provoked.
Mhm.
They also are fucking huge.
Aren't they as big as
An adult. Well, they don't have genders, but an adult Ettercap is like 8 to 9 feet tall with a hunch.
Okay.
They
So
can walk on walls. They spit webs. And
and they attract
usually,
spiders to them.
yeah, and wherever they go, they psionically attract spiders. Usually, Ettercaps are considered monsters. They're the kind of things that you would be hired as a low-level adventurer to clear out of a cave, basically. Like goblins.
Okay. But what about the ones living here? What do I know about?
They've caused no major issues.
They're civilized.
Yep,
They're
they live in
civilized.
cities. They have web-covered noble districts and artisans, and they pray to whatever churches are Undercross, both Vecna and There's a shrine to Babylon now, right? Is that a thing yet? The church of both the Roachfolk and the Ettercaps are deeply entwined with the Church of Vecna, as both of their race's collective leaders are major players in Azrael's church.
All right. I guess I'll talk to this woman for a bit. Like empathize with her, like be like, I understand it's very concerning to see people from you walking around. I would also like to like get her. Like I would like to reassure her that the adder caps living here have not caused any trouble and they're not dangerous. Uh, and I would like to. I kind of want to get to the bottom. I want to figure out uh like what her thoughts are on these spider people and like try to convince her,
Basically,
like subtly sway her
yeah. Give me
into
diplomacy, because basically the idea is that they are 9 foot tall spider men who could very easily grab a man and rip him in half.
Yeah.
That is why she's scared for her children. Um,
Yeah.
um, However, with that diplomacy check, you're able to sort of assuade her. You calm her down, and if you wish, you can technically leave the complaint still up. But if you wish,
Mhm.
with that diplomacy check, you can basically assuade her fears.
Yeah. I will do that, but I'll also spend the rest of the day um kind of like
Appreciating the good name of Ettercaps.
yeah. I assume that's diplomacy too, which is like basically like spreading a rumor.
You could attempt to introduce Ettercaps to the surface, like bring some Ettercaps up and be like, "Hey, do you want to meet these people?"
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Uh,
Uh
the Ettercaps are obviously uncomfortable by it, and so are the people. But uh, with your really, really good diplomacy skills and your good people skills, you're able to get a few people to just kind of meet and talk with the Ettercaps. Uh, that is definitely a +1 for. That's not an actual stat, but +1 to racial relations. Um,
I wish
Yay!
it was.
the CEO of
There we
racism
go.
is gone.
Oh my god, I ended racism.
Yo, remember
Nice.
racism? Wow, I haven't heard of that in a while. All right, gang. Um, who wants to do an event next?
Sure,
I
with
would
me,
not
why
know.
not? Oh,
No.
Oh,
You
oh,
can go
you
ahead
can go.
first, Hazel.
you both said at the
No,
same
you
time.
go.
We're flipping a coin.
Can we, as discussed, convert the black market back to a normal market
Yes,
like it used to be?
Grim. As the royal enforcer, your job is not as complex. Uh, you, you your job is punishing criminals, working with Ryochi to make sure that people feel that the government is adequately dealing with criminals, working with Sol Siobhan to capture fugitives. You also can technically grant civilians the license to kill.
Oh.
I'm going to roll to see what you do. Your list is much less complex. All right. I'm going to generate a random crime. No, not crime generators. The societal impact. I want an actual crime generator. Here it is. Give me a d20. All right. Give me a d. Give me 2d8. Okay. Okay, this is an issue. So, you are on the case and discover, Grim. Give me... What stat do you use to do your thing? It's strength, right?
Yes.
Okay, give me a strength roll, and then give me perception. Okay, good strength. Nice. Okay, you are hot in the trail with Sol Siobhan. As you spring a trap or a sting and bust a group of wanderers who were, let's see, I have to roll something to see what horrible crime. I rolled worst crimes possible, so I have a worst crimes possible list.
Oh.
Ooh, really?
Great. This is great for the council. You sting and catch a group of young men, wanderers from nowhere near here, who were desecrating and raising bodies in the Chandler Cross graveyard.
Oh.
Wait, my graveyard?
Yes. They are not cultists of Vecna, quote unquote. They have no holy symbols, but they are necromancers.
Can you bring them to me so I can question them and probably flay them alive?
But
That
Grim, you
is
and
not the punishment for the crime.
Grim, you and Sol Siobhan, without any real issue, as these are like 5th level wizards, and you have a dragon. You very easily arrest them without any incident, Grim. You book them, and what is your punishment for these 3 men who were they are charged and found guilty of necromancy, desecrating a grave, as well as trespassing. Although that last crime isn't that important. They are specifically charged with humanoid necromancy, because normal necromancy isn't a crime. What do you think, Grim?
I'm looking through our laws.
The default we haven't got into this section. The default punishment for this would be damnation, so giving them to Zerab.
Hmm.
Could I just take a couple of them for human sacrifice if it's possible? I know you're gonna say no, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, I will.
Continue, sorry. I just yawned.
Oh, yeah, no, I will book them. And I assume they don't need a trial because of the magnitude of their crime.
Well, Sol Siobhan does the booking. You just do the punishing.
Yeah, okay.
Also, there's no trial needed if you can
You
find.
you literally catch them and you fight zombies.
Also, there's no trial if the case can be solved with truth magic.
I like this
Yes.
like Baroque music playing in the background as we talk about this.
I will bring them before both Zerab and Asriel because it kind of does affect Asriel currently. Let them discuss.
As you are set before them, one of them, they all are sort of knelt with their hands bound. One of them yells up as you bring them to Asriel and Zerab. Voice! Please, you have to help us.
First of all, why are you asking favors from me?
He says, we were simply following Vecna's will.
They lie. They are not.
blatant-
They have no holy symbols.
I just don't have it on me.
I will ask them to try to repeat any sermon from Vecna's church, if possible.
They can't.
Wait, they can't with
Nope.
a 14.
They don't know any sermons. They know about Vecna. They don't know any of his verses or any sort of
fair.
religious text.
That's
It's like asking someone who's heard of Jesus to say a Bible verse.
pretty easy, you know. If a woman gets sexually assaulted, she deserves to be stoned to death. Quote Jesus.
Say it in the verse, though.
I just said.
No.
I will use truth magic to also to see
I mean,
if
you
they're.
can. I mean, you can very clearly say they're lying. They literally can't hold it up.
You must think me some kind of imbecile to believe you. Five, right?
3.
You three.
One of them says 3.
morons.
You
You
say
three
5. You say 5 in canon, looking at the 3 of them,
yeah.
like
You
the
three
fucking
morons.
like the King Arthur bit. Like,
Yeah. you you three morons could ever be part of the cult.
he says, please, okay, mercy, I'll do anything."
The Rob, if you would.
So Rob shrugs. He says, "I'm just waiting for the word."
I generally don't know what to do.
I don't answer to anyone here.
Their souls are rightfully Babylon's under the law.
It is true, and they had blatantly broken
There's
laws
Arabs,
that
not
could,
Babylons.
Oh, they're rightfully yours, Zerobs.
and they blatantly broken laws. And even let's say, for an example, I took them and placed them in the church. That would be giving us more troubles that we do not need. So, Zerab, take them, please. Get them out of my sight.
As you wish.
Slips.
Zarab will just stand still. He waves his hands as they sort of are pleading, and he will just scorching ray all 3 of them. And they just burn. They pretty much instantly die from the rays. And they just fall to the ground, dead. What a waste, Zarab says. It sort of wipes the ash off his fingers
A waste.
of magic.
You could have just told me to eviscerate them, and I would have.
Did he not want their souls?
He says, he has spells for that, actually. He's going to cast Trap the Soul. They definitely can't will save against it. So he traps the 3 of their souls inside a small gem.
Nice.
And I know that's not literally what the spell does, but it's for flavor. It's NPC magic. He can do whatever he wants.
That is actually what the spell does.
Oh, no, but you have to cast it on someone when they're alive. Technically, it doesn't work on dead people, but it's NPC magic. You can just take their souls with a snap of a finger.
Well, now.
I should have summoned the cacao demon.
The
no.
Cacodemon, yeah. Alright. Grim, that is your... Azrael, would you like another event, or do you want to count that as part of yours as well?
I'll count that as part of mine, yeah.
Alright. So that is everyone's major event done. So, a few things happen at the end of the month. First things first, we update the war map.
Killer Cross hit 6K population. Pog.
Nice. Oh no.
Man, Daggerdale's taking an ass beating.
Well, they are fighting a war on two fronts.
True, true.
Yeah, actually.
Damn, Danky, the Monday game hasn't even started and you're already saying that we're gonna lose?
Well, the Monday game starts. When it starts, that is the present day situation. There you go. Daggerdale's not having a good time. Daggerdale's being like Poland right now.
Over the next week, do we hear back from anyone?
Not immediately, no. I will get to you at that. It will likely be at the end of the next month is when you will receive correspondence. Also, I need to pull up. There is a new player in town.
Uh-oh.
A new challenger approaches.
It's literally, yeah, that.
Who's right here?
That's Zentrum, or Zentarum, or whatever it's
The
called.
Zentarum?
Yeah.
Where Vasily was asking about the...
No.
Isn't it weird that Daredevil looks exactly like Ukraine? Like, pre-map?
Sort of, yeah.
Totally
Are
isn't
you
even...
asking about who's below Zentarum?
Yeah. That's why I was pointing under it.
But below the Zentarum, that's Featherdale.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Has anyone been invading... Have the Zentarum been invading Daggerdale? Or Featherdale?
Zentarum? No. Mostly because these are cliffs, there is, like, no way to successfully put a dock anywhere around this area. So they're kind of landlocked and stuck in the Dagger Falls until... They used to control, before Randall Morn basically took his birthright back, they used to basically control Daggerdale through Puppet King. Guess what? We have new enemies. Who wants to guess who they are? You can make a guess if you'd like. Not you. The person who is saying ooh ooh ooh.
Where is it? The Cult of the Dragon and the
Nice.
Alliance to Restore the Republic.
The Alliance doesn't have any territory. They're a rebel group. But the Cult of the Dragon.
You're wrong, idiot.
The Cult of the Dragon appears in this many locations.
Trying to follow Tanky, but I can't find it.
Oh. Let me put the flag up here so everyone can see what it looks like. It's nowhere near you guys. Don't worry.
We won't have to deal with it yet.
Also, Tanky, the meeting with the leaders, I'd like when my diplomats go there, they arrange it to be the end of this new month.
Gotcha.
A very like post haste, like things are happening and we need you to gather now and speak.
Not the Dark Hopes. They were the only ones that were doing decent.
The Dark Hope can probably exterminate the dragon cult.
Probably, yeah.
I'm a little more doubtful about the others.
Last two.
Alright, boys. Next session, we teleport to each of those locations and kill the cult.
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, wow, even the
wow.
Raspberry.
Okay, the Razmir can deal with it themselves.
Oh no, yeah, their God King can smite them, I think.
I mean, not from that far.
Razmir popped off last session, dude. Oh, you weren't there for it, Azrael.
Yeah, no, so I wouldn't know.
Dude, in Draconic Defectors, Razmir fucking roasted. Like, he dropped an atomic nuke.
Metaphorically.
Yes.
Yes, these places. You are received as news. You received news that massive military uprisings have occurred in these locations, led by cultists of the Dragon, a formerly very, very sort of esoteric cult, now an actual military force.
Great,
What
more
do
headaches.
our spies say about them?
Um. Well, pretty much everything that you can see in the Scardale Politics tab.
Hmm.
Also, I can give you their uniform. One sec. What they look like. One second. They're very edgy.
Oh, I need to see this.
Alright, here it is.
Oh, yeah, that is edgy armor, all
And
right.
yeah, most of the people in these cults appear to be humans.
I mean, we can next session we can discuss dealing with them.
And here's the art. Because the cult is run by the what's it called? The Wearers of Purple. Who are the leader who are the leaders of the Wearers of Purple are the high-ranking officers, and they are led by 5 worm speakers. I will give art for them as well. They aren't Dragonborn, those are masks.
Any guess on how strong they are?
Reports say that they have been seen on the field, and they are all mid to high level sorcerers.
Like level 10 to 13.
Around there. Whereas most of the people who are in the cult are non-magical. They're fighters, as well as there are a decent chunk of them who are clerics to Tiamat or to Dahak.
Okay. Yeah, I say that's what we do next session.
There is also in the armies a large contingent of specifically these locations were chosen. A large contingent of local kobolds also rise up with them. Essentially being used as foot soldiers and cannon fodder for the cult. There has been no true dragons yet in any of these assaults, but it's only a matter of time until they likely attract a dragon.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we definitely need to deal with them next session.
Yes, and every month they will make rolls to essentially attack nearby squares or nearby hexes, and they can take them over. If they seize cities like they do here, they become citadels. This is essentially a mid-game war mechanic. It's essentially like a you ever played Stellaris? It's like one of those. It's like a crisis, basically.
Yeah.
If they seize cities, they become citadels, where the cult grows exponentially. And they basically all these tiles must be destroyed. Every tile that exists will continuously try to harm nearby tiles, and it will of course have roleplay and economic issues for the nearby, especially for the nearby nations that they're in. Especially as these two have appeared right in the middle of the Republic's defensive line.
I say next session we have we gotten the info from Siobhan?
Yes, 1 second. The movement. And then right down here. There you go. That's all the movement this month. But the Republic has lost a city here. And this city is under siege. As well as the Imperium is now in contact with the Orc tribes here. Austin, you're muted. I see you're pointing.
Oh, do these orcs expand north?
No.
Do we get the info from Siobhan?
You do.
Okay.
One second. Sorry, I'm still not done.
Are they seriously still fighting? Jesus Christ.
They literally have cultists, a giant cult that can harm
Well,
them.
what's it called? Well, yeah, the cult appears. The cult actually rises up at the end of this military movement. That's why. But yes, the last pieces of Republic defenses are in between you and them. They surrender, and they are allowed to essentially go back to the Republic.
Oh, that's fine.
After that, the SRU and the Republic, you get news that they sign a treaty. They are at a détente right now. They are at a temporary truce.
Oh, that's good.
But the SRU is now at your guys' border. It's unlikely they'll attack you, unless you really piss them off. The Dark Hopes don't move. They're sitting pretty where they are right now. And that is all the movement for the war.
Alright. So we have the information from Javan.
Yes.
The next session, let's teleport to. Next session, let's teleport to Gagladier. Give them the information to disseminate. We can then teleport here, like high in the sky, and then fly in. Oh, actually, let's buy Featherfall rings for you guys.
That is pretty smart.
And then we can drop in onto their base, and then God, I hate that that you're using tokens, so I can't click and drag around the map.
You can.
How many rings are you allowed to wear at one time?
2.
2.
But you can hot swap them.
Lee, you're muted, by the way, if you didn't know.
So we drop in here, we deal with this camp, and then the next day we teleport and do the same plan here. Teleport here, go here, and then return home.
Just remember, these spots are not just like little.
Yeah.
These are not little armies.
They're large forces.
Yes.
We
They
don't
are.
have to.
I say they're major uprisings.
We don't have to destroy the entire uprising.
I just so happen to roll the max number of them.
We don't have to deal with the entire uprising. We just have to kill their leaders so that
off the
the
head of the snake.
Republic and SRU can destroy them easily.
But yes,
Right.
the Imperium is very, very, very slowly encroaching.
Oh, also over the week, I rally a medium army of hobgoblins and move it to
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
All right. Yep, that's in the. That's up with the payments, right? For the consumption.
Mhm.
All right.
Let me check the group fund. All right, I'll deduct. Each of you 3 gets a ring of Featherfall.
All right. Go to your actor and make sure you have that item.
So Or gonna sell my ring of swimming. Or you said we can hot equip or whatever.
Yeah, you could
You
take
know-
you could take off the ring of swimming for now until you need to actually swim.
We can sell it if you want.
I don't think I've ever seen you swim. Man, Scardale is like a political clusterfuck right now.
Oh yeah.
It's literally like the Balkans.
So that's the plan for next session.
You also, from, what day was the, I have to check. Skulls of Scardale, Liberation Day. What day was, God, I gotta look at it. What day was Draconic Defectors? Draconic Defectors. 14th of Tarsak. Okay. It is now the 1st of Kythorn. You're right in the middle of summer.
Mm-hmm.
You receive news that the war has changed very slightly. The losing battle against the elves has become a stalemate instead of losing. And the winning battle against Razmir, on the 14th of Tarsak, Draconic armies were decimated by Razmir. Continued attacks have put him on the defensive. And, one second. On the 28th of Mirthal, Razmir conjured a bubble around the city and basically told everyone outside to fuck off. So the dragon armies have stationed a small force, but are just moving on to Galt.
Jesus.
So that means we don't have much time to rally forces.
God damn it, Razmir. You little bitch.
He gathered up all his
look-
worshippers. There was, as was said in Draconic Defectors, there was a mass genocide of any worshippers that were captured by the defectors in an attempt to harm Razmir. It is said that over 6,000 to 7,000 worshippers were killed in this initial genocide of Razmiri worshippers. This scared Razmir enough that he bubbled the whole city over and said, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till it's all over.
Well, it looks like we're not getting any help from him.
So these Razmirians are basically left on their own.
Yes, they are left on their own outside of their.
Have the Razmirs next to us lost their divine power?
No, they still have their faith. Although a great number of there is a great morale drop, basically in this whole area.
So they're ready to be conquered.
Yes.
Yep. So Razmiria has Razmiran has fallen, and now the dragon armies are testing the defenses of Galt, which are not many.
It might be
Yeah.
more than expected. Who knows? We can rally. It's not gonna be many,
Yep.
but we can hope.
And hopefully
Right.
Arkandale will come soon.
Oh, level up.
And you
Yeah,
all
level
level up. You hit level 8. Let's go back to the Noble Villa so you guys can just.
Level up.
Oh, we hit level 9.
Oh yeah, level 9. Sorry.
We get a feat.
Yes.
I didn't
I-
prepare for this.
Yo,
Take leadership and turn your fangirls into
assassins.
loyal sluts.
God no, I'm increasing my perform uh
As you do.
bonus. I use it for everything.
Exalted of Vecna.
And
You
Yep.
gain the religious speaker. You get bonus to bluff, diplomacy, perform while your divine brand is visible. Not that interesting, but still pretty cool.
yeah,
Tanky.
Yeah.
Did you put my boon anywhere in my sheet?
Yep. At the very bottom, it should say
Oh, I found it.
Babylon's boon. It doesn't say anything,
Oh.
but they just give you the bonuses.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to find it later. so
Well,
I
that
can
is an
later remember
unfortunate
what-
roll, Austin, for health.
Yeah, I'm just taking average out for it.
You're lucky this is not one of the new games where you have to take what you roll.
Mm. If it was the new game rule, I just wouldn't have rolled.
Makes sense. So you're taking what? Your...
4th level of force.
What does that give you?
A force power.
Is that it?
Yes.
Oof.
Noise.
so we have 9 points to put in any skills, right?
You have a number. Okay. Thank you. I get far seeing. Thank you.
Yep.
I get far seeing.
I'm aware, you just said it.
Yeah. You didn't respond, so I wasn't sure if you heard
Okay.
it. Are
Are you
The
still...
third-
Are you tier 2? Or tier 1?
I'm tier 3. Or, no, yeah, tier 2.
Okay. So now, as a round action, you can sense a creature, see if they're alive or dead, gain a vague sense of their immediate surroundings and what they're doing, and sense any strong emotions they're feeling.
I went to sense the dwarf.
Which one?
The merchant who fled the city with the teleport circle.
He, at this current moment, is dead.
Oh,
What's around him? Is he just buried?
He is dead. You don't see them, right? You just see a vague sense of what's around them.
Yes.
He is dead, on a hill. Some sort of grassy hill. Somewhere.
Interesting. That is peculiar.
Oh, I should have did special. If the target is dead, they roll a d20 plus 10 to oppose the power.
I would try the check every day until I succeed.
I was gonna say, it's not a force check. You could try it every round.
You can't use the check for the next 24 hours.
Oh, 24 hours, okay.
I wrote it so that it wouldn't be too spammable. You can do it once a day, but not like over and over.
Hey, who fucking moved all the tokens?
What?
There are just no tokens here now.
It was probably Zach.
No, I haven't touched anything.
It was probably Zach.
Let's go to the second floor and see if they're there.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah, I'm Austin.
We talked about an what was it? It was a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the one that gives specific spells of a certain level. Let me look that up. Wait, I just
Yeah.
found it.
I can't believe you keep talking to Austin while he sounds like this.
That's his problem.
Kind of cringe.
Skill issue.
Long issue.
Alright, so now I can prepare 2 spells. 5th level spells. Let's see what I can get.
This music's kind of intense for leveling up.
Yeah.
Let's fix it.
Fifth level cleric spells, right?
No, you actually get 5th level paladin spells.
Haha, yes, I know. I can be stupid when I say shit.
Here it is.
Yeah, that works perfectly.
When you reach level 7 Exalted, you'll gain traits that reflect your god. So you'll start looking undead again.
Damn it.
And then when you become a lich, we'll have to give you just totally new art because you won't have any skin. You'll just be a skeleton.
There was artwork that Basilius made that was really interesting.
To put all the fucking tokens back because they just disappeared while I wasn't looking. They just walked away.
Funny. What art are you talking about? They said.
Grim, are you gonna take a new level?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide Aegis or Ranger right now. I already rolled my health.
This isn't usually an option, but you can choose to not take a level.
And what would that do for me?
I don't know.
You gain a mythic tier instead.
You gain like some respect points. You can't spend anything with them. They're just cosmetic.
Yeah, I think my character is powerful enough. I don't need to level up.
That's something that I legit might do.
No, you wouldn't.
If I was like a wizard and I was like 11th level, I was like, no, I'm good.
So you would just choose to stop leveling up in like a 1 through 20 campaign, and
If it was a 1 to 20 campaign, no. But in a game like this, totally.
we don't know how high we can go. I mean, we probably have to reach level 20 to take over Scardale, considering how strong some of the things here are. I mean, like, dude, the town next to us was ruled by an mature adult dragon.
Well, yeah, but she
knows
was
who's in
nice.
yeah, but God knows who's in charge of like the republic and shit.
A lot of well, there's a Senate. The senators aren't very high level.
Well, yeah, but their army is probably led by like fucking level 16s.
Here's an interesting spell. Ghoul
I mean,
Army.
like they stationed like a level 10 gunslinger in Lakeside.
Well, no, he was leading an army through the area.
Yeah. In the middle of nowhere. And they just like threw him in the middle of nowhere. They have like literally high level soldiers that they can just burn on nothing quests.
Watch this video.
What level in Ranger do I need to hit?
At least 19.
That's impossible.
10th.
I need to hit 10th.
Hmm.
Okay.
Does anyone get anything exciting this level?
Azrael gets 5th level spells.
I get 2nd level spells if I take that.
I got one spell I find interesting is called Ghoul Army. It's
And a
not like
second
any
form.
though.
Hey, Austin,
Yeah?
are the masterpieces in the compendium?
No, yes. Not in the. Yeah, they're in the compendium.
Where?
In the compendium.
Under what folder?
Am I
They're-
receiving an enhancement bonus to my strength?
If you have a magic item that increases it, yes.
Yes, you are. You're Braun.
Okay.
From your devil skin.
What devil skin?
You took the level in Aegis, right?
Yeah.
Aberrant, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I can get plane shift.
Oh yeah, that spell that's super useful on Arala.
I know. I'm just saying them out loud.
If you guys stuck with the book, you might be able to do some Crail Realm stuff. That'd be cool.
I mean, we still can. We just have to ask Babylon.
Babylon, can we please have the artifact we gave you back?
We don't have to take it back. Because he's demonstrated that he can gift the powers of the book to people. As he's been doing the devils.
I mean, what play would you guys want to go to the Maw?
No.
I can get scrying. What do you guys think of that?
It's pretty
I
cool.
can already do that. I can do that at will. Don't need scrying. After Azrael goes to bed, I want to scry on him. Dude, I can just scry on your
Okay.
cult at will, Azrael.
I can get something called Summon Infernal Host. And Summon Lesser Psychopomp.
Psychopomp.
Oh, Psychopops hate you. But you could summon them and bind them.
The fuck is a Psychopomp?
A Psychopomp is like the opposite of...
Of you.
Yeah. They make sure that souls pass on naturally. They're basically
then-
they're basically like angels of death.
Oh, then no, I'm not taking that. I might get Summon Infernal Host then. Yeah, I might get him scrying, not scrying, Summon Infernal Host. That means
I might get move object. using extra talent.
Oh, you mean extra force power?
Mm-hmm.
Move object is pretty dope. You might actually have decent telekinesis now.
Or I could take phase and have another weird talent that
Move-
Talek just scratches his head at.
Move through walls, but really slowly.
Dude, imagine. I'd love the idea that Talek leaves for a week. He comes back, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this, and I just walk through the floor. And he's like, you can't. You can do all this, but you can't push people.
Oh man. So there's a feat called Charnel Soldiers, where you can, if you create undead, all your undead gain your teamwork feats. It's actually dope.
I can also get some in Monster Hive. Allows me to summon quite a bit of stuff. Dinosaur, a bow, bearded devil, a Brelani. Some of these things I can't even say out loud.
You get raised dead this level. It's a level 5 spell. You can actually bring someone to life back the normal way.
Without people freaking out and screaming at me.
What feat should I take?
Dude, I love that guard.
What, the one that tried to, like, pawn off, like, a clearly, vaguely plagiarized book?
Yeah. To like the best linguist in the entire region.
Hop off.
I'm just looking at feats that, Azrael could take.
Oh yeah, I should probably take a peek before I leave then. And what would be a good feat for me this level?
I can retrain heavy armor proficiency, correct?
Yes.
Because I don't need it anymore.
Alright. I have access to all first level wizard spells now. And I have +3 to sing. As a tree.
As a tweet. If you want to focus on debilitating spells, you could go Greater Spell Focus Necromancy. But you would actually have to use debilitating necromancy spells. Stuff like Ray of Sickening or stuff like that.
You can take spell specialization, animate dead.
Is that the one that lets you cast at a higher cast level?
+2. Yeah.
Doesn't that just let you create more at a time?
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
That wouldn't really do much.
Oh, he can actually cast. He can take spell specialization, create undead. And you don't have to be able to cast the spell to take spell specialization in it. So when Ryuchi grants him the ability to use create undead, he would be able to make actual useful undead with it. That's a solid option.
I wonder what the next big undead are gonna be that we're gonna... Yo, so it turns out, Kraglenorm, great undead choice.
How's Craggy been?
He's vibing.
Is he buddy was with Grim yet?
No. Grim and him basically told each other to fuck off last time.
Yeah.
He's now just living. You know, every once in a while he gets sacrifices, like the villagers will bring him like a chicken or a cow. We're basically appeasing him now.
We could just kill him.
That would be it's only 15 hit dice. It would be able to be raised by Azrael.
Hey, look, Azrael. Wait, he won't be able to fly, would he? Because it's a supernatural flight.
Let me check. Let's see. You would be able. Actually, you're at the exact level required now at level 9 to make the Kraglenorm your undead. What's the hit dice of these boys? Let me see.
Honestly? Yeah, we could just go up there and coup de grace him. Or, like, we could just give Grim a ring of invisibility, and Grim could go coup de grace him.
Kraglenorms have life sense.
You're going.
Doesn't life sense doesn't matter if he's asleep.
True. You got this is blind sight, but that also doesn't matter.
The only thing that
besides,
matters while
what
he's
is it-
asleep. Well, we're talking about killing the Kraglenorm and getting it as you as an undead.
If you replace the Perforator or George, assumedly George, you could get the Kraglenorm as a zombie.
Well, we can move one of those undead to his control undead pool. He doesn't have to replace them.
Oh yeah,
What's the Kraglenor thing again?
the
The
giant
dragon in the cave.
giant dragon in the cave nearby.
Yeah,
He is now within your animate dead range.
He's evil, right?
Kraglenorms? No, they're neutral.
I was gonna ask you, Basilius, what would be a good feat for me to take at this level?
So while you're gone, I recommend spell specialization create undead. So you know how I've talked about how create undead is really good because
Nope. Kraglenorms that are made into zombies keep their flight.
Oh, Pog.
100
You can
feet
do
of
that.
flight.
Zach, you have good stealth, right?
Without my armor, yeah.
Oh my god, you'd have a gargantuan-sized zombie.
Yeah, I think let's do this before we leave. Anyway.
There's
Hey,
not enough
hey.
time to fight the Kraglenorm this
No.
session.
We don't need to fight it. Zach can just grew to cry. Zach puts on the ring of invisibility. That gives him plus 40 to stealth. And then he coup de grace the Lenorm. The Lenorm might make the save.
It is very likely it will make the save. Its fort is crazy, and it has a crazy perception bonus and scent.
So wait.
You're
Can-
probably gonna have to straight up fight this thing.
No, wait. Let's see. So we give Grim the scythe. He coup de grace it with the scythe. The Lenorm takes it auto crits. The Lenorm takes average the Lenorm takes 68 damage and has to make a DC 80 fort saver die.
But you'd have to sneak up on it.
Yes, but with the ring of invisibility we have,
That's a plus 54.
It's only plus 20 while you're moving.
yes. But Grim is also a hunter. He's really skilled in stealth.
Yeah.
So it's a plus 34.
He can
Well,
still.
and
he can
it would have penalties for being asleep.
He can still make that. It's unlikely, but he can still make that.
I know. I think we try. Can we roll to see if we can coup de grace it, and then if we fail, we start next session with a fight?
What do you mean we? Grim starts next session with a fight.
No. We'll be waiting. If we hear a roar, we rush in.
I
That's
can
all-
survive a round.
That's like 5 or 6 rounds while they make their way in. It's like a whole cave network inside.
Grim also has a lot of survivability abilities.
Yeah.
He pre-cast protection from energy to gain protection from the fire breath.
Do these things breathe fire?
Yes.
They breathe magma.
I was gonna see if I can cast on him.
Yeah, so Grim would be
Grim
able
would
to
also
be
have to save against the death curse. Remember that.
he does not, because we can just remove curse it.
Damn. It's kind of lame, but all right.
So we going for this?
Yes.
Where's that one spell I have? Fuck, come on.
Okay.
You know the,
One sec. Let me look up the penalty for sleeping.
I think it's -10.
It is. See.
and we're gonna need a little bundle of gems since this thing's been hoarding all our fucking gems and shit.
Well, we tried diplomacy with it, and it wasn't.
So, scent still works according to this errata. Scent still works while sleeping, so he will get a bonus of +8. So it's just a -2 to the stealth roll.
Okay.
All right.
This is the spell I wanted to cast on Grim Shield.
So it is still possible that Grim fucks this.
Yeah, we pre-cast a bunch of spells on Grim.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
If he
Ready?
rolls... Okay, so he has a total of +25.
Okay.
So, Grim rolled 43. He has to roll an 18, 19, or 20.
Grim rolled pretty bad.
Yeah. That was a 9.
Oh my god. Wait, does he have any chance of making a DC 80 fort save versus death?
1 sec. He doesn't have immunity to instant death effects either. He has DR 15 cold iron.
In that case, it's the DC 60 fort save versus death.
Trying to see if there's anything I can do. No,
Alright,
Also,
George.
immunity to death effects does not make you immune to coup de grace.
not death effects. It's immune to instant death effects.
That type of immunity does not make you immune to coup de grace. Coup de
All
grace
right,
is special.
Grim, you slash down and instantly kill the Lenormand.
Just for being a bitch.
You must make a will save. As
I
soon
must
as
make a will save.
as soon as the scythe comes down and you feel the Lenormand's breath leave, there is a horrific energy that shoots out of it at you. However, the energy is
25.
reflected off. You barely miss it. That curse would have made you vulnerable to fire damage.
This worked out so well. Azrael, you get a dragon.
I think we're just gonna make tanky fucking fist to fist.
We need this dragon to take on the Colt
Yes.
for next session.
All right,
Love
well,
this music
I'll,
playing.
Okay.
Yeah, this music was very fitting.
I'll consume undeath George.
No, you don't have to. You can just control undead him and keep.
Oh yeah. I'll control undead the dragon then.
No. You control undead George.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah. Sorry,
animate
sorry.
dead the dragon.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
How much money do I have to spend out of the fund for that, Tanky?
For what? Oh, for animate dead? He has... The Lenorm has 15 hit dice. And it becomes a fast zombie.
Oh, sweet Jesus! And this bitch got some fly speed too.
Yeah.
So, its land
What's
speed is increased by 10 feet against DR. It does not gain DR5 slashing. When it takes a full round attack, it's an additional slam. I really never should have brought this up.
You shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have.
I mean, it was on the
even-
list. It was on the list of best undead on the undead thing I sent you.
I know, but I didn't want to do it because just both of my normal undead give you a decent headache and calm down, and now I got a giant fucking dragon. We just leave this in the cave?
No. It can, with his fly speed, Tanky,
100 feet.
it can fly alongside the airship.
No, I mean, we're not
Butterfly in
using
the
Oh,
it.
it can't
sky.
teleport.
Also, you guys
It
want to
can't
see?
teleport.
You guys want to see how big it is?
Yeah.
Sure.
Here you go.
Oh, so it's that.
Here's
it's-
George.
It's 1/4 of it. Like George and the Preparator together make 2 squares.
Here's the art I have.
I sort of feel bad because I got to know its name.
Here's a full attack.
That's real good.
Don't forget 2 slams.
Yep, I gotta add an additional slam. Not 2 slams, just 1. He also has every 1d4 rounds of the standard action, the Kraglenorm can expel a 120-foot line of magma, dealing 15d8 points of fire damage.
Oh, it can still breathe its fire attack?
Yeah?
Oh my fucking
The
Christ.
Kraglenorm is constantly under the effect of freedom of movement. This can never be dispelled. The only thing it doesn't keep is True Sight. It's now...
That's...
It doesn't have Scent or True Sight. It doesn't have its Death Curse, but it keeps its feats, including Blind Fight, Cleave, Combat Reflexes, Improved Bull Rush, Improved Critical, Improved Initiative, Lightning Reflexes, and Power Attack.
And it also gets everything from being a fiend template.
Yeah, I actually have to get the Fiendish template, because this is a big hit die.
Lord almighty. This is it.
It gains 15 resist, cold and fire resist, and DR 10. Oh, and spell resistance, 22.
Its Intelligence
Wait, does
becomes 1, and its Charisma becomes its Constitution. Sadly, it loses,
Health.
yeah, it loses health, because, its Con becomes, its Charisma. Which also becomes, one sec. Oh, its Wisdom and Charisma become 10, alright.
Oh, dude, the Fiendish Smite Good is never gonna activate then.
Yeah. It has 97 HP down from almost 200.
Wait, does he have the option to not make it fiendish?
Why
Technically
would you
yes,
do
but
nothing?
it would do nothing.
Why would you not?
Let's see. It has... okay. It has, yeah, the hit dice, no skill ranks. It loses all feats. So it doesn't have, but it also gains the toughness feat.
So that's plus 15 health.
So it doesn't have blind fight, doesn't have cleave, doesn't have combat reflexes. It still has power attack because elephant in the room. And it does gain toughness. It retains any extraordinary special qualities that improve its melee or range attacks. So it actually loses its freedom of movement ability. It can be slowed. But it still keeps its breath, because that is a natural ability.
Mm.
It's a fast zombie.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off for now. I need to go do other things.
Alright, I'll see ya.
See ya.
So I got the step up feat chain. You think that's good? Should I get something else?
We got all 3 of them.
Yep.
What do you give up?
Apparently I was missing a feat. From 6th level.
Oh.
Okay, so the strength of this Craglin arm is 36.
Does that go armor select?
What?
Go armor select.
And has 30 AC.
I like
This thing cannot be brought into towns.
no.
Or it can as just like a power move.
Well, how much money do we recover from its cave?
Oh yeah, I
that's a
need to
good
generate a
question.
horde.
Pretty decent sized horde because we've been adding to it.
Well, you don't actually gain anything from that.
Hmm. We haven't been losing anything from it.
One, hit dice 15 creature. Okay. Do you want the gems and art, or do you want raw cash?
Raw.
Okay, there's this much gold. Almost 20,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
Winged creatures can still fly. If the base creature flew magically, then so can the zombie. Retain all their movement types. So because this thing doesn't have wings, it can still fly.
Nice.
Technically, a beak becomes me, but it still has plus 11 BAB instead of plus 15.
This is so funny.
It also gains Poor Fort and Reflex saves, but good will saves. So it's not very dexterous. I mean, it has 20 dex. And its con save is really bad. But it's immune to fort saves. Because it's a because it's undead. It has immunity to all mind-affecting effects, immunity to all death effects. Can't be affected by non-lethal, ability drain, energy drain. Immunity to anything that requires a fort save. Not affected by raised dead. Proficient with all natural weapons. Proficient in any type of armor it was wearing when it died. By the way, this creature is sentient. So,
What?
this does technically break the no sentient undead law.
No sentient humanoids.
Oh, just humanoids, okay. He's chilling. There's actually no way to put him inside. Because 60 feet long and weighs 12,000 pounds.
He can stay in the cave.
Okay. I'm just gonna put him outside for the fact that he's there.
Oh, with some of that money, let's buy Lee something.
Ooh. This music is making me have an out of body experience.
I know. It's a 10-hour loop. It also loses its cold iron regen, sadly. But it gains DR 10 good.
Wait, did we build a Church of Kebris or a Church of the Steppe?
But currently it's Kebris. There is no other priest there.
It also loses its immunity to fire.
But it gains 15 fire resist.
Yep, from Fiendish.
Lee, what armor do you have?
I posted an art in chat.
Good question. I have. What armor do I have? +2 leather armor.
Tanky, can we pay to convert that into +1 mine purchasing armor?
Convert what?
The +2 leather into +1 mine purchasing.
No. You can pay to have mind purchasing put on the +2 leather. What's saving? Let's see. It's a. Wow, the magma's actually super hard to dodge. It's DC 24 reflex save for half. Hey, who wants to get hit with the breath first as a goof?
Me.
I have a button now for it. One sec. Bleh. Ow!
Wait, it hasn't rolled for me. Okay. I choose not to dodge. I take nothing.
Yes.
I wipe the magma off my shoulder.
That wasn't even a
and
good.
glare at
That
it.
wasn't even a good roll. That can roll up to 96 damage. Wait, no, that's a lie. That can roll up to 120 damage of fire in a 120-foot line.
Okay.
And also creatures that damaged by it burn an additional round.
Okay, we're gonna pay Zach. We're actually I don't want to risk you betraying the party because you get possessed.
What?
We're going to upgrade your +3
Bleh.
hide to +3 mind purchasing hide, which is very expensive, but we're gonna do it. It makes you immunity to possession, and mental control effects.
So we're not gonna give me pounce. Yeah.
We can later.
Okay.
It'll be very expensive, but it's only pounds for the first round of combat, which isn't even that good. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I really don't want to see you get like control person.
Hold person.
Control.
Dominate person.
Yeah, I know. Like we're gonna have in the Thursday campaign. Guaranteed.
What's the Thursday game again?
Chronic defectors.
Oh, wait, are you in that
Empty
game?
head.
Oh wait, yeah, you're in that
Yeah.
game. Never mind. Sorry, you just didn't do anything that last fight.
I wonder why.
Let's see.
Alright, well, I
Who
need to
remembers that there
go.
were prophecies at the beginning of this episode?
I do.
We're actually gonna give me